Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host and very exhausted friend is Dave.
G'day, mate. How's it going? Hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Married at First Sight, Season 10, Episode 10. Now, Chris, we've got Intimacy Week. I don't know if we're going to have just this one episode or that spans, for the following episodes. But where would you like to start today?
Well, I'll just answer that, Dave. I think we do because Duncan and that do their bit in the next episode because he's got his Calvin's on and looking rather dashing, shall we say. Looks like me, Dave, in my boxers. Less of the six-pack, more of the keg.
Right.
And I don't wear Calvin Klein. I wear Asda George, Dave. Okay, I cannot afford Calvin Klein. But anyway, and they haven't got holes in these days, so I've upgraded. But anyway, less about my underwear, more about MAFS, Dave. So we do get the Intimacy Week. I thought this was probably one of the weaker episodes. These sort of filler ones. There was enough shit for us to talk about. It wasn't Love Island levels. It was good. And I think we start off with Shannon and Caitlin, and it's more the hangover from the last episode. And we see John giving him and Harrison a roasting. I wasn't buying what Shannon was saying, Dave. I've been sort of on his side, thinking he was okay and everything. But it was the way he was talking to, I'm definitely making a go of it. I went, all right, so you don't love your ex now just because John's had a go at you at the fucking commitment ceremony. You've now completely 180'd it and decided that you're not going to get back with your ex. You're concentrating on Caitlin. She deserves it. And I'm like, I'm not buying it, Dave. So I'm off fucking Team Shannon now. He's a Billy bullshitter and he's fucking blagging it to stay in the show, which pretty much everyone is at this point.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, I thought he was a dick way before today, but yeah, I thought, I actually thought, does he really believe what he's saying there? Because, I mean, we discussed it in the last episode, didn't we? Like, Caitlin, come on, you have got zero reason to be in here other than staying on the telly. I don't know if Shannon is believing, not thinking that way or just playing up to the cameras, but I don't believe anything he says either, to be honest. So, yeah, just not buying it. I didn't think it wasn't a stellar episode. Still better than any episode of Love Island this season.
It's not, the bar isn't that high, Dave.
No, there was enough going on, wasn't there? And I guess Shannon and Caitlin, and then we have a little bit of the different customers, different couples and stuff. But Chris, what did you reckon some of the talking through of some of the toys and stuff that Alessandra had initially with the girls, I think it was, and then with the boys?
Well, fucking Harrison, he's a knob in here straight away. I could teach her a few tricks. I'm like, you're a fucking cock, mate. An absolute cock. But I did like this. She was talking about like prostate massaging, Dave, anal, if the fucking, and all this. I was like, oh, this is taking a sinister fucking.
Did you not notice though? Harrison, everyone was like, no. And Harrison's like, yeah, well, what? You've not tried it?
You've tried it?
All I could think was, he's fucking Stifler, isn't he?
Yeah. He's just, what a knob he is, Dave. He's a fucking absolute knobhead, that lad. I got to the point in this episode where I thought, is he a setup here? Is he just purely gone in there with the producers giving him a full thing just to be an absolute prick? Because every single thing he said, I thought it was this. I mean, listen, Bronte's in there for Bronte. She's not in there for love, but I think she's happy to play along with it for the duration of the show. Harrison clearly isn't. And when he's saying to her, you're gaslighting me, I'm like, are you fucking for real?
Do you know what gaslighting that was?
I'm like, do you actually know what that means? Because she has not gaslit him at all. He said to her, I'm here, didn't he? I'm staying. I'm going nowhere, sorry, with the words. And she's took that as, I'm staying. I took that as, I'm staying. I'm going nowhere. And she said, basically, you blindsided me by saying you wanted to leave. I never said I was staying. I'm like, but you've texted saying I'm going nowhere. Does that not? And it was in the context of like them being a couple. Does that not? And honestly, Dave, I couldn't believe it. What a deluded tosspot he is. An absolute wanker.
Yeah. So I don't know though. I'm struggling, Chris. He is. I don't disagree with any of that. I'm just struggling with any kind of sympathy for Bronte though. I'm just the fact that she's there so blatantly with this knobhead, and again, she's got no reason to stay there other than to be on TV for a bit. I just can't take him seriously. But I think what them having the argument and then she sort of did a disappearing act, that allowed him to put his plan into execution, didn't it? Because that allowed him to play up to the camera and stuff and, talk about how much he's turning up. He's taking the picture of them on their wedding day around and, as if he's like the best pathetic fucking catch in the world. And it's like, fucking hell, you are so see-through. So, yeah, I thought it was, it just showed him to be the player that he is.
Yeah, and like I said, that wasn't even funny, was it? He takes the fucking picture. I'm with my wife. Yeah, great, mate. You're about fucking 35. You're wearing a cap fucking backwards like you're about 15. Walking around Darling Harbour, which I've actually been to Darling Harbour, and it's lovely, Dave, around there. The Sydney, the Maritime Museum, I stayed there years ago. It's so nice. But I was just like, you absolute fucking cock. I was like, you're not funny. You're not 15. Just fuck off. And then we're at this point, Dave. I love the show. I love everything. And you've got to keep these tossers in here, Dave. I know that. But it's that there is no, because it's a show. It's just like they're just literally running people into the ground, aren't they? The way this shit show is, because Harrison is a disgrace. He's gaslighting Bronte left, right, and centre. I totally agree. I found her reaction to it very disingenuous, Dave. Like the whole crying and everything. I'm not saying she can't be upset, but she's not into the relationship as much. And you actually see the text. So when there's a text where he invites her to this, like, sexy fucking romantic party, this intimate party that Alexandra says. And if you read I don't know if you got a chance, but did you read the paragraph above? She sent him a message about, very quickly, I'm like, Dave, I was eagle-eyed. I paused it for a second. She's something like, I'm very hard to get to know and blah, blah, blah. At the end, she went, see you soon, doll, with a kiss. And then this little interaction about, are you coming to my party? And she's like, why the fuck would I come to a party? And he's called me a gaslighter and all this. So
yeah,
playing the game, Dave. I think playing the game. It's very interesting how the text messages have become quite prevalent in this. As much as Adam didn't want to show us and all that, he's still dodgy. But with these two, they're just showing everything. So, yeah, I'm not in. I just love the fact that they're just both, in one way or the other, they're great for the show. Harrison is just so infuriating. What a horrible guy. However,
I'd never guessed.
No, I keep saying it, though, but he's the villain we need. He's the villain we need in the show, Dave. That's what he is, unfortunately.
I don't think he's any worse than Shannon, though. I think they are both equally despicable. They just go about it in a slightly different way.
Shannon doesn't.
Do you not think?
No, I don't, because I don't think Shannon. I think Shannon's got it wrong, and he shouldn't be there. He's absolutely blagging it. You can't just turn them emotions off because John gave him a bollocking. I just think he's a waste of Caitlin's time. He
did look fresh-faced, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Like,
yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah, I'm fucking well into this now. What?
Yeah, I'm sure you are, mate. But I don't think they're the same, because I just don't like Harrison, the way he delivers everything. I just think it's just wrong, Dave. And the fact that he has no awareness of what he's doing, he don't think he's wrong in anything, does he? It's like,
yeah,
his best line is, I'm giving 100%, and even the experts are like, what? So yeah, fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, but moving off from them two, because I think we know how you feel about Harrison.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Chris, I can't help but get back to some of the Alessandra talk, because I mean, some of the girls seem to be embracing, and I wasn't sure. I mean, I don't know what time they show it. I don't think they do have the same watershed in Australia, do they?
No.
It's like 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
but they're talking about a bit of sexy time. whips out a fucking massive double-ended dildo or something. Fucking hell. I didn't expect to see that. And, obviously, a few people are seen many things like that before, but what's the name? The Mormon one? Alyssa.
Alyssa, yeah.
She seemed very, very uncomfortable about it, but I did laugh because she was like, yeah, I've never owned a vibrator before. Now I own two.
And the free, Dave. Yeah, good on you. Because some of the girls were quite embarrassed by it, weren't they? And even the guys, I think Jessie was like, I'm like a sponge, he said. And now this is just, there's so much been absorbed. I can't absorb it anymore, So I think it was what I like with Alice. Is it Alexandra? Alexandra? Is it Alessandra? Alessandra.
Not
I never
Alex.
get it. Alex. I always get that wrong. But because it's a job, she's not bothered. Harrison thinks he's in there. Oh, yeah, I'll be straight in there. It's like, no, you won't. It's a job. This is what she does. She's an expert in this field. So, yeah, a great thing, Dave. At least we've not got to the stage like we did on the UK one, where I think it was Kim was stood in the fucking bedroom while everyone else was fucking massaging each other. We're not at that stage yet. I know she went to Claire and Jessie's place and made them hug, and Jessie got the ick, didn't he? But fair play to Jessie, Dave. I mean, he did go and apologise. I know he didn't have much choice because he was banged to rights, obviously, but he did go and apologise with some champers and everything, did he, to Janelle and Adam? Or more Adam, really. So respect there. And I think he gained a little bit back at the end. I just don't think he's not finished that, but
no,
there's something still going on there. Whatever will happen, there's going to be a revelation come out or something's going to happen. And it might be him. Maybe it's not Claire. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah, very complex character is Jessie, really is, and he needs to. He's got real intimacy problems, and like holding her, everything. But he said that he basically was like he was doing a race. I powered through it, and I actually quite enjoyed it at the end. It's like, it's what it's about.
Yeah, I think he's quite an anxious, jittery sort of person, and so he's not used to just being in that moment and just enjoying it. And that's the good thing. I mean, I think the melted hug is a good kind of exercise. Now, I mean, look, Alessandra, I'm sure she's great at what she does, but she does seem to have the same sort of 3 tricks, doesn't she? And it depends on where the couples are. It's like, so they say they're not speaking, not getting along. Okay, melted hug for you. You're getting along, enjoying the sex, double-ended dildo for you. Oh, no, it was the love wand, wasn't it, Chris? The one couple had the love wand. But, I thought Jessie, I agree. I thought he gained back a few points. I thought he, he didn't have to do that thing with Adam and Caitlin. I always forget the fucking name. Janelle, close. Caitlin's the other one, isn't she? So, yeah, I thought he did all right there, and he said, oh, my mum brought me up right. And I'm like, steady. This is one good thing. But, yeah, let's see. I've just got in the pit of my stomach, though, Chris, that something else is going to come back. It's not,
yes.
That thing is not quite dead. And there is going to be something that causes Jessie to do the old Chandler, appear from behind the door and go, I knew it.
The producers know what they're doing, Dave, don't they? They'll sit on this until we need to. So I'm with you. But I must admit, Dave, at the start of the show, pissing myself laughing. We're doing the intimacy thing. Melissa, we've just, so sexy's back on the table. Oh, my God. I was thinking, this is ending so badly for these two, isn't it? We just know it is. And they're in bed together, aren't they? They've just woke up and you can see she's itching for him to hug her. And I don't think, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with that, Dave. But Josh is he's so out of his comfort zone, and he cannot get his head around the fact that she's so forward and direct with everything. And I've got to say, Dave, as much as I think she's too much and she's, the way she is, I also don't think there's anything wrong with her wanting that touch of it all. But I think it's gone too far the other way now. It's just gone too far. The fact that I think she's very, it's like she's joking when she says things, but he just can't seem to see that all the time. Sometimes she's serious, sometimes she's not. And it just comes across as like in her respect, it's a horrible thing to say, but at times it's very desperate. And she's obviously, I've said it before, I think she's been severely hurt, but it's coming across completely wrong. But Josh is just in a fucking world of his own here. He's just, I was pissing myself by the end of this episode when he said hallelujah. when Melissa said, I'm gonna say something now for the good of something to do with for women everywhere. And he went, hallelujah. And I'm thinking, women everywhere. I don't really think you're the voice of reason for women everywhere, Melissa. But she was sort of trying to take some sort of moral stance, wasn't she, Dave? So I didn't get that. But at the end, I was just like, these two are going nowhere. Poor Josh is just he's absolute wreck now.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it now because, I think she's so over the top and that pissed me off too, to be honest. But I think because I think you nailed it a minute ago. You said he's gone the other way now. It's almost as if he interprets everything that she says is some kind of innuendo or some way to objectify him,
yeah,
or to make him out to be this sexual object. Having a bit of a kiss and a cuddle in bed isn't sex. It's just, it's a bit of affection. It's showing closeness. But he's like, he's almost, he'd be happiest in a 1950s fucking couple, wouldn't he?
yeah.
I don't know. It just, I feel like he's gone the other way. I've gone from poor Josh to just, it's kind of a bit of a sad situation. Still enjoying watching it, but it is a little bit sad, isn't it? And they're just not really communicating. I don't think they're not understanding each other. I mean, you're right though. What fucking bollocks for women everywhere? Fucking, you don't speak for anyone. Just speak for yourself and leave it there. But and she can't ignore the fact that one of the reasons they are where they are is because, of what had happened before. But Chris, I'm struggling even more now. After I think it was episode 1 or 2, and I was saying, did they really sleep together? Because it seemed to me like she was so desperate to play up how they had this wild, fucking fantastic, sexy night. And Josh had said to the camera, no, we didn't have sex. And then she kind of like badgered him a bit. And he said, oh, no, yeah, I was just being a gentleman or whatever. I'm back to, did they really?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure. They, like, even if you say sex is off the table, to be so distant while they're in bed together, it just seems odd to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? And even when he said to her, though, about going to bed, I came to bed late. She went, did you kiss me? I went, yes. No, I didn't feel it. But like, the fucking apartment is so small. Like, it's tiny, isn't it? It's not like you're in a house and you've left him. Like, he obviously was just sat there reflecting on life. But I'm with you. I think, as I said before,
probably waiting for her to fucking start snoring.
Yeah, to get in bed.
The coast is clear.
He's probably sat there with his fucking chastity belt on, sweating his fucking nuts off, innit? Like this, please don't fucking wake up. Please don't wake up. He probably waits till about 3 a.m. until she's in a deep fucking sleep before he gets in bed. He's probably an emotional wreck. He's probably not even sleeping, is he?
Yeah, he's fucking knackered all the time. No wonder he's so grumpy.
but I do think we're on a fine line with that. Exactly what you said, and I think we both sort of alluded to it. It is. I'm sort of seeing what she's talking about now, but I think it's the chicken and the egg. I think that she has sort of made him so defensive that he doesn't know any other way to react with her, and then it ends up in a massive kickoff, doesn't it? Like an absolute kickoff at the end. She's telling him he's got no emotional intelligence and all that's like say, and it just ended so poorly. So I just cannot see. I mean, they've done a VT for him again for the next episode, and he's already saying again, I want to leave. So I just think for everybody, they have got to go when they get the next commitment ceremony.
I think so. I mean, whoever you put the blame on, and like I said, I think I can understand Josh's position, after the way she was, and it was ridiculous. But after she seemed to be doing a bit of compromising, I don't feel like Josh is making the same kind of compromise now. So, I just think, it's best for everyone just vote leave. We know they won't, Chris, but, that's what they should do. And then just maybe take some of those lessons. I do think, both of them could benefit from some advice from the experts. Just a shame there's never any on this show.
Or any with any good advice. Now, David, have you got anything else? Because we've got a really good email from Chrissy I sat on and I forgot to read it out yesterday, guys. So I do apologize.
No worries. No, bit of a flyby episode. Like you say, not the best, but still maths in it. So
yeah, exactly. So this is a great one. So she's simply entitled, "It Falls Hammer Needs Emotional Intimacy." So we did receive this on Friday, guys. So please forgive us. I should have read it out yesterday. Hey, Chris and Dave, I had to email about maths. You guys are always raving about an Australian series, and this is the first time I'm watching. I'm loving it so far. Melissa is so wild. She came in so hot with all the sex talk and then gets paired with mild-mannered and conservative Josh. Comedy gold. When they were watching back their first impressions and he was saying such nice and Swedish things, meanwhile, Melissa's like, I hope he's got a big hammer. I was dying. His face was saying it all when his words were failing him. He genuinely seems like a sweet guy looking for a real connection, and he looked so disheartened when she was reciprocating that emotional connection. When the producers were asking if he was okay, the way he was hardly able to express his anger just reminded me of a frustrated puppy sulking. It was adorable and it's sad at the same time. And when he had asked if she knew about what he... I'll get that again. And when he had asked her if she even knew what he does for work, she just brushed by it and continued to demand for sex, like she's demanding a sex tax in their marriage. You give me this amount of sex at this percentage of time or the deal is off. It sounds ridiculous, I agree. She's not really listening to or trying to figure out anything about him, that how many pumps per night she can get out of him. I'm glad I'm not taxed on it, Dave. Anyway, I imagine none of this is arousing for him either. I feel that's kind of emasculating him. That's a lot of pressure to constantly put on someone. She keeps framing it like a job instead of a natural expression of their feelings for each other. This makes me wonder if she was saying similar things to her ex-husband, or I wonder if she was ever actually in love with her ex, or that it was just sex for her as well. I'm interested for the experts to hopefully dive deeper into this. I'm kind of hopeful for them as a couple. They just need to get past this communication hurdle, but we'll see. Also, on the topic of if they slept together the first night or not, maybe I'm the only one, but when the producers asked him and he denied it, I immediately thought, he's so sweet, he's keeping the private moment private. I believe they did sleep together and he was just trying to be respectful. I don't think Melissa would have a big smile on her face and saying all these things if not. She seems like a straight shooter and forward person. One other thing you guys touched on, comparison Harrison's Bronte relationship to Claire and Jessie's about the women's motives to stay. I've been thinking Bronte's just staying on to be on TV. I don't think Claire is, though. I feel like Bronte's sister at the wedding was already fuming and suspicious of him. I don't think she's dumb or naive about the situation either. Fair point that his gaslighting was just so good that she doubts her own intuition now. I'm not fully sure with her because everything doesn't quite add up, whereas with Claire, it's easier for me to believe she's a very patient, forgiving person, but she works with small children for a living, and Jessie's very childish and irrational. It makes more sense in my head for Claire to stay, but I agree Harrison is terrible and needs to be removed or something because what he's doing is very alarming. My apologies for the long email. There's just so much to talk about with these couples. I'm so excited for the first commitment ceremony. So many more fireworks to come, I'm sure. Can't wait to hear your reactions. Thank you, Chrissy. So, Dave, I know it's a longer email, guys, but it deserves to be read out. That is a great email. And analysing it, and it's the first real season, Chrissy's as well, Dave. So great stuff.
Yeah, it's one more, Chris, one at a time. We're bringing people into MAFS and exposing them to this mad, mad world. But brilliant, brilliant email.
Right, if you want to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. We follow us on social media at cdrealitycast. As always, please go over to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast on Facebook and join all the fun over there, guys. If you want to support us a bit more, get over to patreon.com/cdrealitycast. So today's roll call of honour is Ken, Lucky Lulu Green, Lauren, Tracy, Hennessy, Susan, Priscilla, Dee, Katie, Libby, Joanna, Noreen, Brianna, Helen, Keith, Michelle, Gillian, Zoe, Kristen, Maggie, Kate, Megan, Cassie, Fiona, Emma, and Schmade Music. So thank you so much for your support, guys. We really, really appreciate it. Keep watching MAFS, keep watching Love Island, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye now.